Everyone has their own grand delusions of life. People think that the world can sometimes be handed to you on a plate and you just be there with a knife and fork to eat it up. But sadly, you need to fight for that food that's on your plate, or sadly, you need to work to earn money to put food on the plate. And it all goes to obviously influences in people's lives and influences on the media and influences basically online and social media. They think that if you make a few videos similar to this and post them online, that money will just start to roll in and that life is easy. But it's difficult. It's treacherous. It's hard. It's one of these things that you don't just get things handed to you unless you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth and you come from a decent family and money isn't really an object. Then you are very, very lucky because you're far and few between. To be successful on something like YouTube or on one of these social media sites which pays you literally pennies for broadcasting and stuff, and sponsorship deals and stuff, well, that can be tricky as well. I mean, you might have a wee bit of a following and quite a good following, and money might come in, but again, you do have to work for it. It's not going to just be handed to you. And that's if they decide to keep your video up, on YouTube because of monetization and things like that. To be honest, I worked for a very long time. I left school. I went to college. I went to drama school. I studied journalism as well. None of these things really ever came to fruition, but I tried, so I have a very analytical mind and I can be very over dramatic. They were the traits I picked up, so that's fun, overanalyze stuff and have panic attacks. That's great. Yep. Basically, so I never had things easy when I was young. It was always quite difficult, but I never wanted for anything. My mum always provided everything that I needed, and anything beyond that, I got myself. I worked from the day I left school up until like around 2014, 2015, and I was working in quite good jobs, and I worked in the catering industry for about 10 years. And basically it was just, it got to a point where I was doing customer service at this point in the call centres and stuff, and life choices just hadn't been the greatest, and my mind wasn't in a good place either. And I did have this wee bit of a kind of mental lapse, this mental breakdown, which took me to a really dark place. And when everything just like my job ended, I lost my house, and everything just kind of happened at the one time. I just didn't feel that anything could help or anyone could help in that matter. It was stressful and it was scary. But, your true friends kind of stick around, and the people that you can trust stick around, and even though you go through these hardships in life, things do get better. I went through homelessness quite a few times as well at quite a young age, but that was through choice. That was through me needing to leave my family home for, my own kind of sanity and stuff as well. I was at an age where it was respectable to kind of move on, and growing up in a low income neighbourhood, you really couldn't do much in regards to that, so you had to go through the homeless kind of cycle to get a house, and it was just the way of it. Everybody pretty much done it. There was no other way of me getting a home at that time, so it was quite tricky. But things got better, and where I am now in life is a really good place. I have family and cats, and things for me have never been, they've never been kind of easier. Me and Jamie are very, very happy, and I'm enjoying things just now. Jamie's at university and he's studying really hard. He's in his second year of a 5-year course, and he has a year of work experience as well. With me, to be honest, I've not been working. I'm on the sick, and I've been trying to. I've got a thing coming up, and I'm going to try and get me into employment or into some kind of volunteer program, because to be honest, I need to do something, because they say that obviously sitting around and that doesn't really help your head. It doesn't help your mental health in any way, shape or form. It's quite bad. And a few years of it and you're like, oh, that's fine. But after about 5 years of kind of not doing anything and having all these plans and ambitions in life and then just taking a hit rock bottom, it fucking sucks. It really does. 7 years clean. Don't drink as much. And life is getting there. life is a wee bit better. And I know there's so many people in the same situation as me, and honestly, it's tricky. But once you accept that you do need to fight for everything you have, and the only way to get what you want is kind of through hard work and determination, and just try and keep your feet grounded, try and keep yourself on the ground, and try be happy with what you have until life changes it round. Because that weirdly rhymed, by the way. That was completely unintentional, but there you are. Yeah, so I'm hoping in a few years we can rent a nice big place near the countryside, maybe Bathgate where my mum grew up, or Edinburgh, just out of the kind of suburbs, and we can have a big back garden next to the forest, and we can see animals, and who knows, we could even save up and buy a house. I know it's coming a wee bit later in life for me and Jamie, but we're hoping that, you know, we'll still live a long time and we'll be here to reap the benefits of, you know, his degree and my employment. And fingers crossed, you never know. Things are pretty shit just now, but I'm happy. I'm really happy, and talking about this stuff really helps my mental health. I know I'm only speaking into a camera right now, but it does help. And it helps when people listen and interact as well. It shows I'm not alone and feeling pretty crap sometimes. And yeah, there's light at the end of the tunnel, people. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, well, good night. God bless.